Hi dear viewers, and welcome back to the channel. In case you're wondering where exactly am I, then let me tell you, I'm inside a tent. I'm camping for the weekend, and there was something which I wanted to discuss. That's why I'm making this video. And recently, 2 days back, Kawasaki has cut down its rates for the KLX 230, which is an off-roader which is legal in India and can be registered and thus can be used for various purposes. Now, this makes the entire scenario of the adventure biking very confusing. To begin with, the KLX 230 was launched with a price of almost 3.3 lakhs, whereby making it impossible for the masses to purchase it. Unless you are an enthusiast, there was no point in looking towards the KLX 300. But as things stands, Kawasaki has decreased the value by over 40%. So the rebate given on ex-showroom price is 1.3 lakhs. So now the current price for the KLX 230 is around 1.99. You can say 2 lakhs maybe, ex-showroom that is. And the reason for the decrease in price has been attributed to the local manufacturing of the motorbike. But I think the number of units sold must also have an implication for the decrease in the price. Nevertheless, now in this very region, around the 200 to 250, we find some very interesting bikes. So let us discuss 3 such bikes which are particularly interested to me because I am looking to purchase a bike, and this KLX 230, the so-called drop in the price, has made it a very tricky situation because people who never considered it before are now looking at it and licking their lips because it is very much in reach. But should you be tempted? Should you fall for the price decrease and opt for a Kawasaki KLX 230? Let us see in the video today. I am going to point out all the positives and negatives of all the 3 bikes that we are going to discuss today. We'll start with KLX 230, so which is the though not recently launched, but it is recently reachable. Everybody can buy it now. So what are the positives and what are the negatives? Let us start with the positives first. Now, this is a Kawasaki motorcycle. So Kawasaki is a big brand. It makes huge machines. It makes some very good bikes. Therefore, the quality levels with respect to KLX 230 as well as the engine performance, both are going to be top notch. There need not be any doubt in this. Number 1, the Kawasaki brand image. Number 2, not many people will buy this Kawasaki, even though it is now not as expensive as it used to be. So therefore you will have this feeling of uniqueness. Number 3, it's a bike built for a purpose. It's a dirt bike. If you are somebody who likes going off-road on weekends or maybe as a recreational sport, then yes, this bike will be a very good choice for you. Now, what are the drawbacks that I feel for this bike? Is for somebody like me who wants to purchase one bike to serve multiple purposes. The KLX 230 doesn't fit the bill since it has been built for dirt biking, is rather small. So what happens is you will not find a lot of space to put up your luggage, or if you, God forbid, if you plan to go with a pillion, then the KLX 230 is not in the question anymore. The fuel tank of KLX 230 is only 7.5 liters. So even if it gives a very good mileage, the trips, the stops to get the refueling done will be pretty frequent compared to the other bikes in question that we are going to discuss today. And maintaining the KLX 230 will be a challenge because it might be really expensive to get it serviced. The after sale network also is not very well spread. So if you find yourself in a tricky situation, not very near to the tier 1 cities in India, then the chances of finding a Kawasaki are almost negligible. Now, for the past 2 months, I have been rather confused between 2 bikes which are in the same ballpark. You have the Xpulse 210, which was launched somewhere in January this year, and then you have the well-known and quite old V Storm 250. Now both of them make an amazing case for themselves. Let me start with the V Storm. Now the advantages of V Storm according to me are that the engine is very well tested. You have Gixxer, which is not changed for over 5 years now, or maybe 7 years, I'm not sure. So there is no doubt when it comes to the engine performance of the bike. Now it's a large bike. You have a lot of space to keep your luggage, tie your luggage, or rather when you are on your long highway cruises, and it gives a decent mileage. And compared to Kawasaki, I would say the network connectivity of Suzuki is far better. Now, what are the drawbacks according to me when it comes to V Storm 250? You have the highest bhp here as well as the highest torque figure, but they are available at a much higher rpm. It has got very good ground clearance, and also the tires are very good for off-roading, but then the engine itself is not designed in such a way that you can pull out the off-roads. Now this brings to the final contender of today's knockout, which is the Xpulse 210. Now this 210 is not based on the 200. It's a totally new platform. It's rather a new bike altogether. The advantages of Xpulse 210 according to me are that this bike sits in between the Kawasaki KLX 230 and the V Storm 250 when it comes to the driving manners. This can pull off some off-roading, and then it can also be a good bike on the highway. It will suit your need for that one bike, the one single bike for your garage, which can do multiple jobs. Also, the Hero network is, I think, after Bajaj, maybe the Hero has the most number of service centers across India, and you will find Hero services even in maybe tier 2 and tier 3 cities also, because Hero Splendor, you can find it in every nook and corner of India. Therefore, this will have a very big impact while choosing your next bike. Now, what would be the disadvantages of the Hero Xpulse 210? If you ask me, I may have to think for a long time in order to come with a reasonably good explanation for the drawbacks, because as things stand, I don't see any disadvantage on the face of it. If I were to choose between the three, the Kawasaki KLX 230, the Xpulse 210 and the V Storm 250, I would tilt a lot towards the Xpulse because of all the reasons I have mentioned. But if you are somebody like me who is not in a hurry to purchase a bike right away, who is looking at various things, who is gauging the situation, who is checking the depth before taking the plunge, then maybe we should wait for the TVS 300 to be launched. Now TVS has given us the initial glimpses of the bike. It's an ADV. It's a 300cc bike, so obviously the power figures are going to be much better than any of the three. But now you let me know, do you think the discount given on Kawasaki KLX 230 is enough to tempt potential buyers of either Xpulse 210 or the V Storm towards the Kawasaki showrooms? Would you buy it, given that all three are now almost similar costing, almost with the same power figures? Let me know what you think about the video, and let me also know what are your preferences when it comes to these three bikes. So until we meet next time, ride safe, don't forget to wear a helmet, and keep rocking.